My wife has the best version of me, fortunately, but my past relationships were very hard for certain areas. I would lose things constantly and I would forget things. They'd literally be talking to me and I would not even hear half the things they said, which you'll see in the next video after this at the very end. And I would always feel bad because I knew I was very aware how it made my partner feel. But I felt at the same time like there was nothing I could do about it. I felt like helpless. It felt like this constant loop of doom where I can't get out of it, and now I'm pulling someone into this loop of doom that I care about. So this stat shows that the most destructive pattern in an ADHD relationship is when one partner becomes the responsible parent figure and the other is like the irresponsible child. So of course, we don't want anyone to feel like this is an unwanted babysitting gig, whether you're being babysat or the babysitter. So as an ADHD coach, the things I've seen work really, really well are these things. One, communication is so important because you need that constant feedback, just like anything else. You have to keep testing, but then you have to apply what you've learned from those tests and improve little by little. If you use that pattern, then there's no reason you can't be at the end goal you want to be at. The problem I see is where people usually just have an issue. They say, oh, I forgot this thing, or I lost this item, or I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I didn't hear you. I don't remember, but they don't do anything about it. So work together as an actual team and say, cool, let's just meet up once per week for like 20 minutes and tell each other, here's what I wish I had help on. And make sure that you both really feel heard. See if you can come up with a strategy together to experiment on throughout the week. The entire goal is to constantly, honestly, just test. Be consistently good at growing. And if you do that, you will be incredible together. If you don't have ADHD, but your partner does, just acknowledge that they're trying already and they're just kind of stuck and lost. And that if they're in a relationship with you, they want to be with you. They want to be better than they are. A lot of times they just don't know how. And they need your help, but most of all, they need your patience. They need you to be so much more patient with them because they're already not patient with themselves. As hard as it feels to you in terms of how empathetic they don't seem like they're being towards your needs, just know they are already 10 times harder on themselves. Because people with ADHD have this enormous heart and it's really, really easy to feel every little thing. And in fact, there's a name for this called rejection sensitivity. This is where we're extremely sensitive to any sense of rejection at all. And it doesn't have to be from you. It could be from ourselves, where we are telling ourselves, I am not good enough. Look at how I'm affecting this person. So just know that they feel it. And the most important thing you can do is just be clear with your feelings in a way that is healthy and easy. Maybe have once per day or once per week where you just talk and you just say, hey, let's just see how we can improve our relationship. This is our day and time. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. we do this and we just talk and strategize. You can even reward them for doing it. You know, like if they do well throughout the week, go out on a date, earn a date together. Because the main things that motivate someone with ADHD are these four things. They're novelty, interest, urgency, and competition. And the third thing, competitive reciprocation. Let me explain. This is by far the best strategy that I use for my relationship as someone with ADHD. Here's the thing. People with ADHD are extremely competitive. Now, how do we use that in a relationship? Let me be vulnerable and tell you a little bit about my wife and I. My wife is 7 months pregnant at the time I'm making this video. I do so many things to take care of her. I wash dishes, drive her everywhere, I make dinner, but yesterday just blew my mind. She's the kind of person that goes above and beyond for me, and it inspires me so much. She spent hours cooking and she sneaks into the kitchen to clean the dishes so that I don't have to, because she knows how much I don't like to do it, but I will not let her. So she has to sneakily go to do these things. And then I'm also sneakily going to do the same things because I don't want her to do them. But see, this competition actually seriously motivates me. It gives me chills. Like I get so excited to stop her from having to do things she doesn't want to do or that will make her more tired, because I have this innate desire to take care of her. People with ADHD are very, very affectionate, very empathetic people, but we're also problem solvers and we love challenges. You gotta find a way to motivate yourself, not running off of mental energy, but more off of the feeling of giving, the feeling of love, whatever is going to excite you and challenge you. Because it's the moments where my wife does something that goes above and beyond that makes me want to give 10 times more, and I am fueled to take care of her 10 times harder and smarter. And I've always felt extremely confident in my relationship with her because we have this kind of understanding where we're not 50-50 in a relationship. I told her in the beginning, I want us to be 100-100. You are 100% your own person. I am 100% my own person, and we're coming together to team up. I wanted to set expectations from the beginning that I'm not going to try to depend on her. I'm going to try to serve her. I'm going to try to serve myself. I'm going to try to be the best I can possibly be without feeling like she's going to need me or I'm going to need her. But we end up helping each other on top of already doing our best. It's more one of those things where if you don't ask for help and you just give it, there's this reciprocation where people just want to give, and we do that all the time. If you can implement the things I've talked about in this video, just starting there, your relationship will just thrive so well. And it's important just to have an honest conversation with your partner. Have them watch this video with you if you want. Set up once per week where you just talk and you improve your relationship little by little. And if you like this video, you're gonna also love this video, which is really related to what I was just talking about. Later, neighbors.